Hi there and welcome to the Daily Arsenal News Show. Let's dive into today's top stories. Arsenal open contract talks with a 26-year-old first-team star. Arsenal have reportedly opened contract talks with defender Gabriel. That's according to a recent report from the Daily Mail's Sami Mokbel, who claims the Brazilian centre-back has begun early discussions over the possibility of signing a new deal. Although the Gunners are in no danger of losing Gabriel, with his current deal not set to expire until 2027, securing his future will be high on the club's agenda. And highlighting the 26-year-old's importance to Mikel Arteta's plans, the Londoners are understandably eager to tie the South American down on new and presumably improved terms. Securing Gabriel's signature would be a real cup for Arsenal and could have the same impact as a new signing. The Sao Paulo-born defender has been one of the club's most consistent performers since joining from Lille back in 2020. Featuring in 164 games in all competitions, Gabriel is one of the first names on Arteta's team sheets week in, week out. The centre-back isn't shy when it comes to scoring either, boasting a total of 15 goals throughout his 4 years at the Emirates. Arsenal's number 6 has certainly chipped in when needed. Lifting this season's Premier League would be the icing on the cake for the 26-year-old, who is one of the fan base's most loved players, although overcoming a relentless Manchester City with just 5 games left to play will be a huge challenge. Gary Lineker says there is one player at Arsenal he thinks is immense. Speaking to the Premier League on TikTok, Gary Lineker has been asked to describe Bukayo Saka in just one word, and he came up with a very apt description. The pundit used just one word to describe Saka: glorious. Lineker probably couldn't have picked a better word to describe Saka as a player. When you watch Saka play at his best, you almost feel lucky to be seeing a player so talented at the peak of his powers. This young man plays with no fear at all every single time he steps onto the pitch, and more often than not, he is a difference maker for both Arsenal and England. Saka is a supremely talented player, and what's more, he is representing his boyhood club at the top level after an incredible journey in the academy. No matter who you support, it's hard not to watch Saka play without a smile on your face. At the age of just 22, the scary thing is that Saka could keep getting better and better, and if he does, we could be looking at one of the best players on the entire planet. To be honest, he is not far away from that conversation already. Lineker is spot on. Saka is a glorious player, and we can't get enough of watching him play. Ben White says people actually don't realize how good one Arsenal player is. Manchester City and Arsenal are set to battle it out to see who will lift the crown next month, and one player will be key for the Gunners in the final 4 games of the season. White has now delivered his verdict on him. Arsenal signed Kai Havertz from Chelsea last summer in a move that confused a lot of people. The German, despite scoring the winner in the Champions League final, didn't have the greatest time as a Blue, and many Chelsea fans were happy to see the back of him. Mikel Arteta surprised everyone when he decided to sign Havertz, and the German came under enormous criticism following his slow start to the season. However, over the last few months, Havertz has been immense for Arsenal. The 24-year-old has 16 direct goal contributions in the Premier League in just 26 starts. That is a very good return for someone who was widely described as a flop early on in the season. Ben White has seen Havertz at Arsenal almost every day over the last 8 months, and it's safe to say that he has been impressed. The Englishman claimed this week that people actually don't realize how good Havertz is until they share the pitch with him. Speaking about Havertz's performance against Chelsea, White told BBC Sport the following: "Amazing, he deserves it. He's been outstanding since he's come in. You don't realize how good he is until you play with him. When Mikel Arteta signed Kai Havertz for Arsenal last summer, it seemed like he mainly wanted to use him in midfield in the position Granit Xhaka played before he left. 32 of the German's 47 appearances in all competitions this campaign have come as a midfielder. In the Premier League, Havertz has made 9 appearances as a centre forward for Arsenal. In those games, he has 6 goals and 5 assists to his name. 11 direct goal contributions in 9 games is a tremendous return for any striker, let alone someone who was brought in to play in midfield. Barcelona dream of signing phenomenal Arsenal player to solve a problem position. Arsenal have a number of high-quality players in the ranks these days, and Barcelona are dreaming of landing one of them. With Arsenal having exciting young talents like Bukayo Saka, Gabriel Martinelli and Martin Odegaard all playing well, there is bound to be interest. And according to a report from Spain, La Liga giant Barcelona are dreaming of signing one of that aforementioned trio. Barcelona are keen to sign a new winger this summer and have already been linked with a move for Liverpool's Luis Diaz. However, according to Mondo Deportivo, it is Arsenal star Gabriel Martinelli who the club dreams of landing. The Brazilian is described as the forbidden dream on the list for Barca as they plot their summer transfer strategy. Along with Martinelli and Liverpool's Diaz, Bilbao star Nico Williams is also mentioned, while it's suggested Ansu Fati's time at the club could be coming to an end. When you are going for league titles and big trophies, selling your best players is not something that's a wise decision, really. When it comes to Gabriel Martinelli, he is one of Arsenal's best and brightest stars, and with that in mind, Barcelona would need quite the feat to even get this one in motion. Martinelli has been lauded as a phenomenal talent by Mikel Arteta, and there is just no reason for the Gunners to even contemplate this one. In the end, Barcelona can dream all they want about signing Martinelli, but while Mikel Arteta is in charge and things are going as they are, the young Brazilian is going nowhere. Arsenal could sign one of the best young players in the Premier League for £60 million. BBC Sport has published an update regarding an Arsenal target who has been described as one of the best young players in the Premier League. The player in question is Crystal Palace player Michael Olise, who has really gone from strength to strength in recent years. Back in January, TalkSport spoke of how Manchester United's hopes of a free run at a summer move for Olise had been scuppered by interest in the likes of Arsenal. As well as the Gunners and the Red Devils, the likes of Manchester City and Chelsea are also said to be in pursuit of the 22-year-old Frenchman. According to BBC Sport, Palace will only entertain bids for Olise and is starting at £60 million per player. The Eagles are in a strong position, with both players signing long-term deals this season and the club in no need to sell. However, Palace acknowledge that there will be interest in Olise and is, with bids highly likely to come this summer. With that in mind, the South Londoners have reportedly outlined their starting prices for both players. We've all seen what Olise can do in the Premier League, and he continues to win plaudits from pundits. Alan Smith says £60 million striker would be such a good signing for Arsenal. Arsenal will be in the market for a new striker this summer, so who could Arsenal sign? Well, they have recently been linked with a move for Alexander Isak from Newcastle, and speaking to Squawka, Alan Smith has endorsed this move. Smith spoke about the £60 million man potentially joining Arsenal. He said the following: "Oh yeah, he is a big talent. If you could get hold of him, that would be a real cup. I mean, Newcastle would be loath to sell him because it was an inspired signing by them, and obviously they want to go places, and with financial fair play, we know that they might have to sell to buy, but would they want to sell one of the crown jewels? You'd think not, so we'll have to wait and see." Alexander Isak is a rare type of striker who literally has it all. He is fast, he is strong, he has incredible feet, he can hold the ball up, and his finishing is up there with the best of them. Isak is an incredible player, and for that reason, Arsenal may struggle to get him out of James Park. Indeed, Newcastle won't be in any rush to sell Isak, but if Arsenal can pull this one off, as Smith says, it would be a real cup. Arsenal have very strong relationship with agent of striker target. Arsenal are in the market for a new number 9 this summer, and the Gunners have a very strong relationship with Kaya, the agent of Bologna striker Joshua Zirkzee. The Gunners have netted plenty of goals without a proper striker this season as they continue to chase the Premier League title, but there have been several times when a natural goal scorer would have been useful. Names such as Sporting striker Victor Gyökeres and Brentford's Ivan Toney have been linked to the Emirates over recent months, but a name that has also appeared is Bologna's Joshua Zirkzee. The 22-year-old is having a great season in Serie A, scoring 11 goals and assisting a further 5 across 31 games. This has attracted the attention of not only Arsenal, but also AC Milan, who have the Dutch star as their top target for the summer and are in frequent contact with the player's team ahead of the summer transfer window, says transfer expert Matteo Morotto. Writing in his latest exclusive column for Count Offside, Matteo Morotto has stated that Milan are pushing for Zirkzee, but Arsenal cannot be ruled out of the race due to the Gunners' relationship with the player's agent. It will be interesting to see if the Premier League club make a move for the 22-year-old, but by the time they decide what target to pursue, Milan might already have acquired the services of Zirkzee. Son makes surprising Tottenham admission ahead of Arsenal clash. Arsenal and Tottenham will go head-to-head on Sunday in what is said to be one of the biggest North London derbies in history, and Spurs captain Son Heung-min has made a surprising admission ahead of the clash. The Gunners go into the clash knowing that anything but a win could be detrimental to their Premier League title hopes as they currently lead Man City by 1 point, with the Manchester club having a game in hand. As for Tottenham, Ange Postecoglou's team have their own goal and need to win the North London derby to chase down Aston Villa for the final spot in next season's Champions League. Spurs are 6 points behind the Birmingham club with 2 games in hand, while the goal difference is also very close between the pair. With both teams needing to win, this makes Sunday's derby a massive game, and ahead of the match at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Spurs captain Son Heung-min has stated that his team will not change their style when playing Arsenal, which comes as a surprise given the Gunners' recent form. Son said the following via the Standard: "We are still a little bit inexperienced because we are building a young team. Some of them are in their first season in the Premier League. So look, we can test ourselves against one of the biggest teams in Europe and the Premier League, but also in the world. So I think it's very important the way we play, stick to our style of play, stick to our game. I think it's a very, very good test. As I said, it's against one of the best teams in the world, so it's perfect for us. You want to always have good competition, and you always want to face the best teams in the world." As we wrap up today's Arsenal news, remember to stay tuned for daily updates right here on the channel. Don't miss out on the latest updates, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and give us a like if you found this information valuable. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for watching, and until next time, peace out.